between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Easy, wird mein Spiel geteilt.
There's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game
hat der Joel heute gegen mich gemacht.
Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Er spielt krass gegen den CPU, fertig, Alter. Sobald er hat einfach schnell die Receiver, sobald der CPU Man hat und Press, schickt er einfach die Leute auf die Streaks, fertig. Irgendjemand wird frei. Ja, Alter, all the fake screen wheel is bullshit.
A full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Yeah.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Leading them out is Drew Stanton, a man in his 12th year now, the quarterback for Michigan State.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week
looking for Evans and it's intercepted.
INT, erstes Play, Minka Fitzpatrick.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envision ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Runs in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Throwing that I-formation on
Chiller. Field position for them here as they come up first and 10.
The I-formation on Chiller. Oh, du machst das scheiß Hurensohn-Play.
After the interception, here's Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to get
ja, aber das Hurensohn-Play, das PA Crosser sagt für diesen Teil.
Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance.
Wow, was ein TD von Coleman. Schnell ein 35-yard touchdown. Wenn sie
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I
script
to
other
teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Shoves him aside. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time, one play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception.
En de Powell al nog een goede ball carrier vision had. Ja, voor 57 yards.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Had er bij het riesen loch gehad, achter in 2 D-liner rein.
They'll run again it's Powell. And he'll get this
Zo weer, genau das Gleiche.
About the 39 here. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big deal.
Wahnsinnig, Alter.
From the gun on 3rd down.
Weißt du, gestern in den Football?
And brought down, but the juke.
Weißt du, wann ich gestern aus dem Club dürfen?
Gives him the first down yardage there.
7 Jahre.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
This is the running back, Powell. Trying to run inside.
Altijd de Powell kan echt gar niet.
Alan Bailey in on the stop. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next
Das hasse ich bei der Receiver, Alter. Das hasse ich bei der Receiver.
That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable.
Alter, das hasse ich bei der Receiver. Fängt den Ball und nachher ist wie ein Grossmutter langsam.
And stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. Yeah, now it's the safety that came through and made the play. There's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. Looking for Evans, and it's
Und ein nächster Pick.
Picked off by Dayon Buchanan.
Ja, kein Wunder, wenn es der Drew Stanton ist, Alter. Ohne Scheiß.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. He'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
Ah, sie schicken den Platz und das ist keine Chance.
On first down, it's gone. Open man right side is cut, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. A very nice pickup of 30.
Hey, ich liebe die fucking Power Wrestling. Die I-Formation. Ja, Alter, I-Form close.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Fights off the defender. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Start left here.
He's going to get it running right.
And twice a TD for Coleman.
Touchdown, Bengals. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. He told us he was going to hit the end zone a couple times in this game. I just don't know that he envisioned doing it in the first quarter.
He probably did. I'm not sure we did, right? Because all the great ones, that's what they do. They dream about it, right? They think about it. They envision it. They think it's going to happen and almost will themselves into it. I just look at what he's done so far and just wonder what's left to come.
Ich glaube, im Fall, was der jetzt schon, dass der Emos das Gefühl hat, wir spielen ab und zu.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive.
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early.
Hey, waar is der Homo, wo jedes Mal im Tal kommentiert?
I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the
board. Ja, in stream.
Looking to throw on second down.
Yeah.
Stanton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun on 3rd down, Stanton.
Oh, normal and pick.
Another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by
pick 6. That's a pick 6.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD.
Dayon Buchanan.
Part of what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, look at the juke. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Alter, ist der Alex eigentlich immer noch einfach Chuck and Pray am Spielen?
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by now.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Stanton. And that's going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. And this...
Nimmt mich jetzt gerade echt Wunder, welcher Homo das kommentiert hat. Nimmt mich echt Wunder. Alter, einfach irgend so ein Austin Adamson, Alter. Thanks for the subscription, Mike.
Didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now Stanton. Found his
fucking bullshit ass broken play.
But not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down.
Broken play we do on my career.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
Come on.
Route runner you are,
CPU game.
To go to you in important times because he can trust you being
Tampa
in the
Bay.
right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I
Come
did
on.
during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch that?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Come on, man.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And they'll go on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Bucks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Eigentlich meine Madden-YouTuber-Karriere pushen.
From the gun, Stanton.
Ooh, Minka Fitzpatrick. Come on, pick 6. Wow.
We haven't even escaped the 1st half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the 1st half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because of that.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Gone. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen. It turned into a really nice play.
They'll toss it to Coleman. Fighting his way through contact. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
We use the word relentless
Yeah,
with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ja, nimmt man gerne.
They'll try and run for
Come on, block in Sekunde. Ein fucking Sekunde.
As he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
They get it to him running left. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably...
Come on, Ridley. Come on, Ridley.
Bengals touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right? Unfortunately. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm preaching patience. You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Let's see what happens here.
2nd down. Stanton wants a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't.
Daar wijst misschien nog helemaal waar de publiek is.
Should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. You can second guess.
Bullshit, Buchanan. Bullshit.
When you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Here's Powell, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
That's complete over the middle to
Fucking
Anderson.
idiot.
And
Fucking
incomplete
idiot.
there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Start offense.
Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Come on.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Wieso gar nicht weg von dem?
23 yards on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run.
Offside.
So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
False start, offense.
Thank you.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Let's go! Blue Lightning! Blue Lightning!
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Idiot.
Idiot. Caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5
Idiot.
at the 6. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down.
Kill him.
Sacked back at the 7.
Kill him.
So a minute 55 to go in the
Kill him.
first half. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Steve McClendon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Third and long. It's gone. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Bilal Powell and his offensive mates retaking the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
On 1st down, Stanton, and an incomplete pass.
Oh.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and if he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Airing this one.
Why?
Oh, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second.
Yeah, they still need to regroup, but they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Here we go. 76. 76. 5, 12.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Player has it complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing.
Face mask. Defense.
Come on.
Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
On first and 10, Goff. That is caught inside the 5.
No, that's holding. No, that's fucking holding. No, that's holding. Beat there.
So let's see what
Peters
this is about.
is Ah!
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Here's Goff. And he finds a man with a crossing route.
Unnecessary roughness.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game,
Of
Charles.
course.
You can't do that.
And when you get into your
I'm gonna
sessions
accept.
and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Here's Coleman on the toss.
Come on, Coleman. Come on, Coleman. Come on, Coleman.
Tevin Coleman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. PAT up and good by Rosas. And a rout is on here in this first half. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans, sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit. And make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. And the decision to break it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's
Is
brought
verletzt?
down.
Come on. De golf is verletzt. Werd me verrassen.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Ik wil liever mijn motor verkopen voor de Sam Dermot na, man.
To throw on second down is gone. Throw left side, complete to Cup.
Come on, Cooper.
Get this this one all the way.
The Cooper Cup is krass.
23 yards on the play.
Ja, da hat aber
receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
the
Are we
Scarface.
taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not
Machst du mit bei
They
der
have a vision right now
Elite
of everything that was
franchise?
discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the
Huh?
Microsoft Surface tablets because
Easy, dan ben we gegeneinander, wenn du Bears sind.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down.
Also ich habe schon gespielt, ich habe schon einmal gespielt.
7 yards on the pickup there,
Und,
and it'll leave
ja,
him
ich
with a
habe
second
die-
and 3.
Nur aber
that
klar.
play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but
Aber ja,
still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely, pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they
Joel,
didn't get a first
zijn
down, but
broeder,
still,
also
you'll take
Scarface,
runs like
zijn
that each
broeder.
and every time, won't you?
And he'll be
Und
hit as he releases
Howdy
it,
doen
and
wie
that'll fall
jetzt.
incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush there,
Niet normaal
protect
een
yours.
notion.
He's talking about those guys throwing the
De
football.
notion dat al
In
die
this situation, the rush
speelbezetting.
one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Goff on third down. And he'll
Come
take this
on.
into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Calvin Ridley with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
Ja,
And the
nee,
Bengals
dat
just
ding is
continue to
Klaus
pour
laten
on.
zien.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game.
Du
He's
weißt,
one
wie
of the
die
key
Dukes und
guys in
Spins
this one.
funktionieren.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Aber Bro, mit der I-Form, Alter, fick die alles.
This one fielded at the 5. A nice little juke. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the
How
time.
many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Dus de Drew Stanton is van het Bengals.
Trying for his running back, Bilal Powell. And it's third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain.
Ja,
but that's
gewoon
what we're
verstaan,
searching
ja.
for because
Gar
that
niet.
pass goes incomplete.
Back to throw. Stanton. It's a short one here, complete to his
Alter, ich habe aber den Teil des Scarface, habe ich glaube schon ein bisschen finesse mit meinem Trade.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different
Weil
level, doesn't it?
einen Linebacker gehabt, der bei ihm 74 ist.
He steps into this one, and
Aber bei
this is a
meinem
rocket.
Scheme ist er 81 und er ist
Here's
25.
Austin.
Und ich habe ihm einen Third Rounder das Jahr gegeben. Und dann Middle Linebacker, der 73 hat oder so. 73 oder so.
Take over here, first and 10.
Schon ein bisschen Finesse.
Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I throw it to him a little bit more often.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
Nice
So they took a
overthrow.
shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Wege.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how
Oh,
to
wow,
get the
dus wat
ball
hem
into
is.
the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, trying to target him again deep
Hij was er gewoon nog, gönnen.
Takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Nice.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this
Nice,
inside
nice.
the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Oh.
On first down, gone.
Touchdown.
That is caught at the center.
Aber schau mal, wie langsam das die sind.
Take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control.
Schau, wie langsam das Computer ist. Ich weiß nicht, ob es wegen dem ist, ob du wirklich erst R2 drücken darfst, wenn er den Ball in der Hand hat.
This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds.
Ich habe nachher mal gesehen, aber das nicht können brauchen.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A nice pick up there of 11 yards and it'll move the sticks.
Aber Bro, wie kannst du Frauen diesen Leuten später erzählen, dass die nicht auseinandergenommen haben? Wie kannst du diesen Leuten später erzählen, dass du nicht auseinandergenommen hast in Madden? Alter, der Harry und der Agi kommen zu mir. Du, er hat erzählt, er hat dich auseinandergenommen, du hast keine Chance gehabt.
The Bengals getting set to go. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Ah, come on!
Now it's intercepted.
That's just fucking holding. That's just fucking holding. I'll look at the INT at all.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback.
Nah,
but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in.
Square
your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
He's got his man on the crossing route. A very solid gain of 27. Stanton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing on first down. Stanton. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they didn't get him down. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or in this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one. Is that what they say? There it is. You know, put a little sand down.
I'll
take your word.
Der Harry ist der von denen, die noch normal können, also er hat sich normal können ausdrücken, aber er war halb voll gewesen, aber der Schmied ist nicht können brauchen. Ja nein, das ist ein Schmied.
So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold. He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last
Ah, bullshit.
That's
Das ist jetzt meine.
intercepted.
Hier geht es nicht.
By the Pro Bowler,
Come on.
Marcus Peters.
Was mach
And
ich?
a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back
Was
to
mach
the
ich?
30. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting it in jeopardy right now.
They run with
Wow.
and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him
What
5
tackle
on the carry
for
there,
from
and it'll be
Peppers?
second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game.
Ich spiel's
that'll
Gap,
make the
so
guys
übertrieben
carrying the ball
geil.
very, very happy.
Looking to throw. Stanton. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? Well, sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ja, met een bijram.
To throw on second down. Stanton. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nein, das ist Ramadan ist mir nicht und Bayram sind so die Fest. Wir haben 2 Feste im Jahr, wie Weihnachten und Ostern. Und beide heißen so, also ja, voll.
They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw. Stanton. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown.
Weiß nicht, was ich machen soll.
Mike Evans with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Sturgis adds the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Sturgis out now to kick this one off.
Und also der QB sieht es auch viel zu schnell.
This will be taken short.
Weißt du, wie ich meine?
Nice work on the return as he'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Yeah. Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance. Where they took control of this game. How they've managed to keep control of this game. And then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Goff on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
Weer vaak veel interceptions al.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. 4 touchdown passes now.
Also nein, aber die zweite, die ist klar gewesen, die wird ich, aber die erste ist richtig homo gewesen, Alter. Das ist fucking Holding oder sogar Pass Interference, wenn der Ball in der Luft ist. Und nachher bekomme ich einen verschissenen Scheiß Interception, Alter.
She's on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left scales way behind, but he's just saying something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
On first and 10, Stanton.
Ah, look, jetzt ist ein Pass Interference. Jetzt ist ein fucking Pass Interference.
Well, let's see who this is on.
Pass interference. Defense.
Ja, schau's an. Ja, es ist klar ein Pass Interference, aber jetzt geben sie und vorher geben sie nicht.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to
Ja,
say.
aber ich lese es perfekt, Alter. Eigentlich müsste ich da in einem Team machen. Das ist so blöd. Come on!
reception. It's Shaq Thompson here to pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected?
Ja, ik geloof ik nou in, we lachen met dat
throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback.
En dan moest achter am Anfang, moest wieder Le'Veon Bell einfach richtig langsam laufen. Langsam, bis alle Blocks aufgenommen worden sind. Und dann kannst du der zwei kriegen.
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds.
Na, irgendwie dritte oder vierte Runde oder so.
Caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game. That has to drive
Aber
a coach crazy.
Antonio Brown ist 6. Runde picked. Oder 7. Runde sogar.
They get it to him running left. And he's going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring
Wow.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Starting left here. 2 up.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep of protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw. Stanton caught on the right side by Jones. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 1st down, Stanton. And his throw is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ja, ik weiß nicht. Maar ik geloof niet to Mike Evans.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Stanton caught by Jones. And to the 42-yard line
Marvin
here,
Jones
down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stanton, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Exactly.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The punter wing is on as he sends us away.
Ich will über 100 Yards in den Teil
ready to take the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player or broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck.
You've got to know what's going on.
Weißt du, wie lange musst du dann noch holen, warten, bis in the playoffs?
Obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Throwing now, Goff. There's that man again, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
They're on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. And it was the Panthers that wound up winning that one. Cam Newton, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they
the pilot, the pass call at pre-season injuries
field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Back to throw. Stanton. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time. Throwing on first down. Stanton. That is caught.
Right in the geiles Stadion und geile Jerseys. Das einzige Ziel, was ich will.
Just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Easy. Nehmen wir den Teil raus.